Welcome in or welcome back. Today, Spirit wants to talk about military and defense leaders. Okay, so how many of these leaders do you want to talk about? 5. Alright, so we're going to pull some character archetype cards to see who these people are, and then we're going to dive into I'm probably going to do cartomancy today, or the playing cards, but I'll see how I feel. Alright, person 1. Person 2. Person 3. Person 4. And person 5. Alright, so we got the found family patriarch / matriarch. Lacking a traditional family, this character builds or leads a new one comprised of misfits, outcasts, comrades. They provide the structure, protection, and emotional core for this chosen family. So this card just came out from the conflict, dissociation. So this person might be traumatized from not having, lost their own family or not having a family. They're dissociating from the reality of their quote-unquote chosen family. Might not be doing the best of things, but we'll see. We'll dive a little deeper in a minute. Alright, and then we got the naive idealist, often young or inexperienced. They believe in the inherent good of the world, which might lead to both triumphs and tragedies. So, someone who's a little overzealous with the trusting that everything's, thinking everything, there's nothing to worry about, which is not good defense strategy. Okay, and then we got the leader of the dark secret, exudes confidence and gathers followers, but hides a crucial aspect of their past or intentions. Uh-oh. The fallen noble was once in a position of power or prestige, but lost it, now seeks redemption or return to former glory. And then we have the herald. This character or event serves as to deliver the call to adventure to the protagonist. They disrupt the hero's ordinary world and set the story's main journey into motion, often by presenting a challenge or delivering a crucial message. Okay. So that's interesting. Now let's pull some cards and get the energy, I guess, of each. Cup overflowing. So, all these people are pretty different sounding, Perhaps. Yeah, let's pull some more cards. I'm not sure where we're going with this yet. Hold on. Yeah. Alright. Water and wine in reverse. And, okay. So my first thoughts with this is the cup is not overflowing with something that we want to drink, like wine. It's overflowing with shady, flattering, deceitful energy. I made a poem a long time ago, and one of the lines was flattery for the weak, inspiration for the strong, inspired to live, love, and stay long. And And the cat indicates flattery if near number 6, which is not. Okay, let's see what else. What else is going on here? Three blackbirds baked in a pie. I don't remember the rest of the words, but that was one of my favorite poems growing up. Cup overflowing again. Crossing. So, yes, that's confirming. There's a fox in the hen house. Yes. Okay. So 3 of these leaders is going to have their cup overflowing. 2 of them, no. So, what are the motivations, goals of the naive idealist? We got finding friendship or companionship. Not quite what we want in a leader. I mean, I guess it could be in a way, like that could be a good thing, but not really. The next one, causing someone pain, the leader with a dark secret. Okay, what about the herald? Obtaining glory, whatever the cost. This could be representing whoever's controlling the narrative. There's glory, and then there's a victory, right? Glory is just getting like the accolades, but is there substance behind it? Apparently not. The found family patriarch / matriarch. Achieving dominion over another. I mean, that's like a military and defense leader would want to do, right? I guess. I don't know. It just makes sense. All right, what about the fallen noble? Having it all. Okay. Damn. So these are the choices we're working with here, people. So now I'm pulling from the Codex Moralis Oracle, and for the naive idealist, we got emergency powers in reverse. Crisis is being exaggerated or prolonged to justify overreach. Fear replaces consent. States of emergency become permanent, normalizing surveillance, repression, or suspension of rights. So that's what's going to happen. If that person gets in power, I guess that's what they're trying to do. Alright, what about the person with the dark secret? Well, we're going to put this back in just to see. So we have all the cards. You got to play with the full deck, okay? At least with this deck, I guess. In this situation. Alright, what about the dark secret? Alright, so we got clear hierarchy. Okay, chain of command. And this was in the upright. Clear hierarchy allows responsibility to be traced and duties to be fulfilled without chaos. When functioning ethically, structure protects both leaders and subordinates. Okay. If this was in reverse, it'd be blind obedience replaces moral judgment. You may be deferring responsibility upward to avoid accountability for harm you enable. And then the shadow reversal, the system fractures accountability so no one can be held responsible. Order flows downward, blame never travels up. Okay, so maybe I guess this person's a good leader, but duties to be fulfilled without chaos. Yeah. So, but they want to cause someone pain? Who do they want to cause pain? Is it the collective they want to cause pain? No. Is it another leader? Yes and no. More yes, but also no. Is it themselves? No. Alright, well, I guess that doesn't really matter. I mean, it does matter, right? You shouldn't want to cause someone pain. Maybe... Does the person deserve it that they want to cause pain? I mean, I don't... Yes. Okay. What's the dark secret that they have? Can I ask? Yes. Okay. I gotta start asking about these secrets before I pull them, because it's a little invasive. Okay, so they might be gay. That's their secret. And like with military and defense leaders, like I could see that being a problem, because like they have to be all big, bad, and tough or whatever. So, all right. It's not really a dark secret. Well, unless they're... Is what I'm thinking what it is? No. Okay, good. I was like, unless they're like a, you know, a real creep with, you know, like, not with adults, you know? But it said no, so. They might just be into some kinky shit. Are they into real kinky shit? No. Okay. Anyway, okay, next one. The Herald. So we got the Reckoning upright. Truth emerges, accountability is demanded, repair becomes possible through acknowledgement and justice. Okay, so, you know, so maybe this is the glory for them is actually not a bad thing. That's why we do clarifiers, guys. So we know what the hell we're talking about, right? So, because they're the herald that delivers this message of the call to adventure. If this was in the reverse, you may fear exposure, resist responsibility, or institutions evade reckoning through delay, denial, or distraction. So, truth emerges, accountability is demanded, repair becomes possible through acknowledgement. So, you're leading through being transparent. Stop lying. Yes, that'd be great. All right, next one, the family patriarch / matriarch. Apprentice's debt. So, learning is reciprocal. Guidance is honored through diligence and respect, not servitude. Okay. If this was in the reverse, you may feel trapped in obligation or exploited under the guise of mentorship. Institutions normalize unpaid labor and obedience as training. Learning is reciprocal. Guidance is honored through diligence and respect, not servitude. But it said achieving dominion over another. Well, I mean, I guess, you know, it does make sense in a way, because, like, obviously with military and defense leaders, they want to achieve dominion over whoever their enemy is, right? But this is saying learning this person's a good leader because they teach. as well as learn. Guidance is honored through diligence and respect, not servitude. So they appreciate, like, learning. They're able to get feedback and stuff like that. They're not arrogant about it. All right, what about the fallen noble? Okay, we got it in reverse. You may be rationalizing exceptions for yourself while enforcing rules on others. Hypocrisy weakens moral standards. So that could be why they lost their power, too. And then if this is in the upright, no one stands above the rules, not even those who enforce them. An ethical authority submits itself to the same standards it demands of others. And then, so this one is, the law is selectively applied, shielding elites while disciplining the powerless. Yeah. So this is the lesson this person needs to learn. So I just asked for some more clarification, and we got something that needs to be addressed more is the topic of courage. And then I was drawn to your worst nightmares, my worst nightmares deck. So we're going to see, I guess, what these leaders are afraid of. What is the thing that there needs to be courage up against? These cards, there's so many of them, so we're going to do this a little bit of a different way. Alright, which one, or you know what, how many, Spirit? 6, okay. Alright, which deck? Number 2. Animal attacks. So there could be some type of strategy going on in the war with people using animals to attack others. Biological kind of warfare type of stuff is coming to mind. All right, which other pile? Number 1. Walking under ladders. So like superstition, I'm guessing. Some type of, yeah, like, is this saying for the leaders to not be superstitious, Spirit? Yes. Okay. So not be superstitious. So like to actually understand, like try to understand what's going on behind the scenes. Something may seem like it's like you can't explain it or whatever, but there's a logical explanation. Alright, so this one. Geese. Somebody might be using geese. I don't have any way to look stuff up right now. I don't know what the spiritual meaning or significance of geese is. I mean, we were just talking about not being superstitious or whatever, but that's just where my mind went with that. That could be something. One of these leaders is afraid of getting attacked by geese. Is that what? Yes. Okay. All right. Which other one? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this one again. Snakes. Dang, a lot of animal stuff going on here. Alright, which other one? One. I mean, if you think about it, like, if you want to bring someone down using animals, it's probably, like, a really easy way to go under the radar. Hold on. That, the cards were messed up. I couldn't choose one. Hold on. Yeah, what is this? Mice, rats, all these animals. Dude, there's so many cards. There's just literally so many. And just animals is coming out, basically. Which is crazy. It's so weird. 4. Again, this is trying to be hidden from us for sure. Hold on. You know something, actually, I wasn't gonna share this because it's like super fucking creepy, but I'm not gonna share too much about it. But I went out to my car one day kind of recently, and there was 2 baby mice right next to my, like, on the ground right next to my car door in the parking lot. And there's like where my car was and stuff, it made no sense, okay? It was just very strange. It was like somebody literally placed them there. And one of the mice had an X on the top of their head and like pussy stuff, like somebody did surgery or something on that, on the mouse. They're either trying to send me a message or I don't know, but there's something going on with that. It's really weird. Holes. Okay. You know, so with holes, that makes me think of like, well, first of all, Shia LaBeouf, the movie Holes. just saw a thing for that the other day, so that's kind of funny. But something with underground, yeah, duh. Okay. It's basically saying, like, this is a strategy that could be used for war and for people to be aware of it. I mean, they have, like, technology where they could control minds and stuff. I just talked about this in the last reading. I mean, I kind of talked. Yeah. I didn't really, like, go into it, but I mentioned the show Fallout. Again, I've mentioned it, like, 500 times. I love it so much. And the last episode, the most recent episode that I watched, in season 2, it talks about it shows mind control and stuff. I mean, it shows mind control in like a lot of those episodes, but it's really heavily talked about there. But yeah, I mean, there's like parasites that like control animals and stuff, like hijacks their brain. What makes you think of scientists that have access to all the technology could possibly ever even, you couldn't even imagine, right? They have it, okay? What do you think they're doing with it? So yeah, that's, we got you are dissatisfied. I just felt like pulling from the conflict deck. You are dissatisfied. I am dissatisfied with this bullshit. Oh, and by the way, with this whole mice thing, I gained a lot from that situation, even though it might have been somebody trying to like unalive me or something. I actually gained a lot from that. Okay, then we also have fear, because we're talking about courage, fear of being seen as too much or not enough. That could also be talking about these animals being seen. going under the radar. Or if there's not enough of them, then they can't get the job done. Yeah. So, there's definitely something going on with that, guys. Freeze response. Huh. So, like, sending snakes in, freezing the holes, sending snakes in to get rid of the mice. That might be some biological stuff going on, warfare. I don't know. But I hope this helped or was at least interesting. Please feel free to leave your comments down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.